to my Contract Bridge Series lecture. This time we're going to look at two suited overcalls, which are mainly direct qubits and the unusual two no-trump overcall, which is also direct. And we're going to look at minimum maximum ranges for a certain guideline for gauging better in point ranges. Remember when I said artificial bits on limited bidding space is very essential on competitive bidding, where all four players participate on the auction. Well, this is one or two very effective ways to do so. In general, when we have two 5-card suits, we could show both of them at once, as we could find a 8-card or more on both hands, which we reference this as a fit. There is a famous bridge maxim called 5-5 comes alive. I'm not sure who made up that, but 6-5 comes alive was said by the late Grant Bayes. I know most great bridge players have already passed away, but their legacies pass on through. So I'm trying to pass on most of those and give them to you, which I will explain much more as I go on. Now on Modern Bridge, there's this saying of 5-4 stretch more. This implies that having two 5-card suits is quite uncommon, so with a good 4-card suit, it's as good as holding exactly 5 of them. Which makes use of the conventions on those as well. But the 4-card suit must be decent enough. Usually headed by two honors. Two top honors, at least. or perhaps Queen Jack 10 fourth? With an intermediate such as a 9 or 8 would be enough, I think. But anyways, these slight agreements make bidding much more flexible. Also, is there a 3-suited bid? I'll give you a hint. It's one of those competitive bids we've learned before. And what exactly is it? The answer is the takeout double. When the opponent bids a suit, a double shows support for the rest of the suits. But first, let's look at the maximum ranges. As you can see on this yardstick, to 15 points are supposed to bid naturally on this agreement so that two suited overcalls would show either a minimum or a maximum. That is 8 through 11 points or 16 and over. In other words, it will be the upper preempt range or past hands or competitive, also known as weak phrases. Or it could be big enough from medium opening range. Which is usually over preempt. And this exception would be either not enough to bid, which you would pass, or you would bid naturally on a minimum opening value. But depending on judgment, these ranges can be a bit off, like 1 point. Here's my recommendations. You can lower down the minimum on favorable situations or raise one up a bit on unfavorable situations. And over preempt, opponents were likely to have an extreme distribution. Extreme distribution, so could be a point off to bid the overcalls over preempts. First, let's look at direct qubits. We all know that qubits show a good race with 10 or more points and enough support for a fit. But what suit is there to raise for a direct qubit? For example, let's say I open one diamond. Opponent passes and say partner has cubited. Since I haven't bid it yet, I have no suit to show. So what is it for? Well, it used to show a takeout forcing to gain, or showing a control of either an ace or a foil. But nowadays, they show at least 5-5 distribution focusing on major suits, which is more frequent. So a direct cue of a minor suit always shows major suits with 5 cards each, usually. This was invented by Michaels, who was famous for being partners with Charles Goren. Sadly, he died with lung cancer. If he didn't smoke that much, he would live long enough to be one of the big hands in contract bridge in the United States. So I took this lesson and decided to stay away from cigars or cigarettes. Anyways, moving back to Michael's qubits here. Now what about the direct cue of a major suit opening? Well, it shows the other major and a minor suit, which can be asked with 2 no trump advance. There should be the other combination showing spades and diamonds over clubs and spades and clubs over diamonds. sadly, those combinations aren't available for the time right now, but there is a convention of guessing to show all three combinations available. But sadly, it's beyond our scope. Also, there is a better version than standard guessing. So if you want to apply those, you'll have to go deeper enough than I'm doing right now. Also, notice that all those bits are non-alertable. Because those things are standard. And so does the unusual to no trump direct overcall. Remember when I told balancing to no trump shows 19 through 21 high card points balanced? Well, here's how the direct to no trump overcall shows. We all know that there's 40 high card points in total in a deck of cards. So it would be rare to have a 2-note trump hand over a 1-note trump opening or any of the 1-level suit openings. Have like 15 high card points on their opening, and you would have 20 to 21, which means the other two hands would have 4 points or less, which is quite rare. Instead of showing those big hands, it should be worth using this huge leap to show 2 lowest unbid suits. And if you have actually one of those hands, you would double and then bid no trump. So over 1-level major suit openings, a direct 2 no trump overcall shows minors. Simple, right? But what about over minor suit openings? This would require some thinking here because there's spades, hearts, diamonds, and clubs, and you have to think of the 2 lowest bids. No, I mean the suits. Cross out one of those from the 4 suits and pick the 2 lowest here. So over clubs, it would be One of them would be the club suit. And excluding the diamond, it would be hearts. So basically, that's how it goes. Now you have to keep an eye when you have a chance to bid to no trump as a direct overcall to show both suits. Because you could easily miss that. Even if you have a holding to show like that. Again, never mix this with balancing to no trump. For as an adequate typical no trump bid. Now here are the responses for those two suited overcalls. Basically, the bid choosing either one of those suits shows basically support here. And if there's between a choice, the cheapest suit is chosen first. It could be 0 points, or even done with an honor turn, honor and a low card, which I reference is as an honor turn, short for honor doubleton. Sometimes it could be done on favorable vulnerability, and rarely when you don't have a better choice. Again, bridge is all about decision making rather than following the guidelines. And jump preference shows more than lowest preference here. Because there's more cards to support. It's still preemptive, also known as weak here. And qubits forces to gain and shows interest in slam. Because the support is so great that it does not have a clear direction where to go. And the other suits outside of between showing between a choice shows no support, but with a good 6-card suit or more, which can be passed. We call this as non-forcing. And with a non-forcing bid, you will generally pass unless you have a very good hand. And 2 no trump over minor opening and direct cubit, which is also minor, invites to 3 no trump, unlike in over major opening and a direct cubit, which asks one of those minor suits. And here we have the defenses to those 2 suited overcalls, which are generally referred as unusual versus unusual. So let's say I have bid 1 heart, and then let's say I have opened 1 club, and partner on your right, the opponent on your right bids 2 clubs, showing both majors. So how can you deal with that interference? Well, here's how it goes. Direct raises show support and is non-forcing. So in this example, you would raise to 3 clubs to show a fit and nothing more. And the lowest, or the only cue, shows a good raise or better on the opening suit. If there is only 1 known suit, this is how it goes. So let's say on this example, you bid 2 hearts here, which is the lowest cue here. This shows good raise or better in clubs. Which is 10 points or more, and 4 cards or more because it's a minor suit that we're having. And the higher cue, which would be 2 spades in this example, forces to game in the 4th suit, which is, in our example, diamonds. Because we have clubs on our side and they have both major suits, hearts and spades, and the only left suit is the diamond. And showing this diamond suit directly, however, shows good 6 cards in that suit and is non-forcing, showing no support. And finally, double shows values but no clear direction above any of those here. So that is all for this lesson. We've been to Michael's direct qubit and unusual to no trump here. And we've got to the defensive bits of unusual versus unusual. And there's the min-max range agreements of two suited overcalls. So on the next lesson, we're going to look at how to compete over preamps, which are usually started at the 2 level, or perhaps even 3. You could overcall or do a takeout double. And there's this thing called direction asking bit, which usually asks a stopper to bid no trump. Some call this as Western qubit, but I do not prefer this expression here. Usually because it's a personal thing, but it does not have any context outside United States. And here are 2 guidelines regarding bidding over the opponent's preamps. No, there's only just one. The rule of 9 regarding converting to penalty is quite useful on general competitive bidding as well. So with getting through all of those general 2-suited overcalls, you've surely stepped into the bridge world for sure. Choosing and showing between 4 suits could be a bit of warm-up for your brain, for sure. And thinking about the ranges also flexes your brain. So it's great for you to step into those those things. But we can't get into all of them at once. So tune in next time. I'll see you